malaprop.
Sir Anthony, you sent word of a possible immersion of our families?
I mince no words, my lady. Your niece Miss Languish is free of encumbrances.
Of all but a sizable fortune, due to proper marriage. You know, of course, that Lydia is an heirloom.
Yes, well, then I wish to place the name of my son, Captain Jack Absolute, upon the list. He shall pay court at your convenience. You know of my rank and fortune. It shall be his.
Where is your son, Sir Anthony?
Jack, elsewhere at present. But no matter, we can arrange it all in his absence. It is inevitably better that way.
Call upon us in Bath, sir. Your seat will take minority over all others.
Yes, Miss Langfish.
Would you know my fiancé if you saw him now?
Is it Mr. Akers this week, ma'am?
No, you silly. That dog is my aunt's choice. I mean Ensign Beverly.
He's inside the inn, ma'am.
Then fetch him. I wish to make a call.
You wish to break your engagement with him, my lady?
No, I love Ensign Beverly.
Then why quarrel with him, ma'am? What's his offence?
Oh, nothing at all. Only it seems so unromantic to never have a quarrel, and my ensign is so gallant I'm somehow afraid he will never give me the opportunity. So I've written him this note, charging him with falsity and deceit. I shall throw myself into a violent rage and vow never to see him more. Oh, delightful! How he'll suffer! Oh.
My lady, what fun it is to be in love!
Oh dear, how handsome.
Stare not so with the lady, sir. She is soon to be part of my family.
Baron Lucius O'Trigger Kilkenny, at your service, and I'm a man who stares where I please.
Sir Anthony Absolute awaits your challenge anywhere, at any time.
One more slur, Sir Anthony, and your years will not serve as an excuse.
Quiet, man! Do you want that farmer to catch me out? For the moment, I'm the penniless Ensign Beverly, not Captain Jack Absolute, son and heir to Sir Anthony Absolute. 'Tis a ruse, man, a ruse, a subterfuge.
A trick! Aye. Faith, Captain, I'd give him nothing of a promotion to Commodore, not that up to him.
Quite right in theory, but my Lydia is a trifle addled and inclined towards marrying a poor man. She's under the influence of too much contemporary fiction. I do wish there were more rich authors writing nowadays. Here comes my Lydia. Captain Jack Absolute begs your indulgence while he portrays a half-pay ensign, a vapid backbone of the British romantic novel. Lydia, my love!
Beverly! Oh, dearest, you have so little, so very little.
Oh, I say I'm of notably good character.
Oh, yes.
True, I'm not quite remarkably handsome,
that's true,
but I have been told I have more than a modicum of charm.
Oh, yes, Ensign. But you don't understand, darling. I don't care that you're fair hollow. Darling, your cheeks are hollow. Ah, but of course you're poor. Love that's based on basic things is horrid. Oh, stay not horrid. Darling, they got you poor. For I'd wed a man that was soul as black as peaches if he lacked the riches which I adore. I'd be satisfied with pure as honey, so though he had no money, I'd love the lad, I'm sure. For he can be all good if he's good and poor. And you are poor, that's what charges my passion. Tell me of your poverty, persuade me, Ensign, charm me, give me rhapsodic flight, billows of euphoric bliss, speak. How poor are you?
Oh, quite poor.
Dull.
I am needy.
Better.
I am insolvent.
Persuasive.
I am a pauper.
Oh, charming.
I'm incredibly impecunious,
Yes.
impoverished,
Yes.
penurious,
Yes.
and indescribably indigent.
Oh, yes.
Utterly and absolutely destitute.
Rhapsodic bliss. Oh, lovers can live or love alone, 'tis said.
Marry me now, and that surely how poorly we'll live once we are wed.
No roof over our head, no chair, no chest, no bed, just 3 bills. it all could be. Living together in really, really poetic poverty. Going to sleep unfed.
Not even a slice of bread.
Nothing to eat, no fowl, no meat to come.
Starve.
It's gone. I don't mind you're not a defiant honest, or that you're quite dishonest, only to make you poor. Now that's based on physical things is horrid, so there is not much money, darling, go to poor. For I'd wed a man who made me plan to make a living if financial woes were so unknown. He bought me unspeakably now starving.
Miserably insecure.
Our life would be so rich, for it's good and poor.
Then you love me. We will marry.
Oh yes, we will instantly elope, causing a great scandal. Society will talk of this and last for hours. Oh, perhaps a whole day. Oh, my life, my love, my heart, my... You cur! You libertine! Oh!
I admit to some curiosity, but I know my Lydia, and whatever the explanation, it is certain to be absurd. Here, Lucy, give this to your lovely mistress.
Oh, yes, sir.
She rather overdoes that simplicity.
The note, sir. The note.
Ah, yes. Alas, I am accused of inconstancy and renounced forever.
Oh, too bad, sir.
Fret not, Mr. Bagg. According to the rules in Bath, forever is between 3 and 4 days. Probably closer to 4. I am specifically accused of infidelity.
But we've been too busy for that, sir.
She is quite convinced I pursue another. She must be heartbroken.
She looked quite blooming, sir.
Yes, it is rather unfeeling of her to be in such robust good health. I ask you, Bagg, have I looked well of late?
No, sir, indeed not.
Have I been lively and entertaining?
No, sir.
Have I been full of wit and humour?
No, sir. I must agree. Recently, you've been damn stupid indeed.
Thank you. Ah, well, the lady and the ancient shall meet again in Bath.
In Bath.
Who took some time to get rid of that bit of old crowbait? Is that lady your mistress?
Oh, yes, sir. Miss Lydia Languish, and a very kind mistress she is too, sir.
Well, give her this note. From Baron Lucius O'Trigger Kilkenny, a man prepared to die for her.
And pray, sir, I need something of a cold warming to warm me.
I'm a poor man, but if it's something warming you want, oh yeah.
It's warming, but it's not spendable.
Lucy! Marty, sir, Lucius O'Trigger, a handsome, red-headed Irish gentleman.
Yes, ma'am, Lord, I believe I did.
For him, mind you, Lucy, a confidence between us, I signed it Delilah.
Delilah.
Those foreign names are so erotic.
Youngins and Beverley's note shall go into Miss Malaprop's hands instead of Miss Lydia's. Complications are so profitable. I shall give her the handsome Baron's note as well. She pays so well for other people's correspondence. What won't she pay if I tell her it's to Delilah? And the old fool's note, well, I'll give it to Sir Lucius's ass, but I don't want this affair to end, so I shall tell Sir Lucius that it's from Miss Lydia. Simple. You do have it straight, don't you?
Blood's gasped and pant. Lucy, am I too late? Where are the others?
They've all gone, sir, but if you hurry, you may overtake them.
Oh, tell me, my fiancée, Miss Languish, she is well
Oh, yes, sir.
and still pledged to me?
That, I believe, may have skipped her mind, sir. One Ensign Beverley pushed it out.
Oh, what infamy! My absence must have temporarily deranged her. Give her this. No, give her this. And tell her I forgive her. Ensign Beverly. Odds perfidy! Oh, Lydia! Oh.
Wrong way, sir. Oh, well. See, Ensign's beautiful barons, old fool malaprops. I'm afraid in my scheme of things, Mr. Akers, there's no place for you, so odd shreds.
You, sir! You're my son, Jack Absolute's man! Come back here, my man, instantly! What are you doing here in Bath? Out of my way, you hypocrite!
Sir Anthony, a challenge! Give it a shot.
Oh, he was quite properly entitled, sir. He cursed roundly and asked what the devil had brought you here.
Pardonable solicitude, and what did you say?
Oh, I lied, sir. I don't remember the precise lie, but you may depend upon it. Not a word I said was the truth. All I said to Sir Anthony's man, Thomas...
Steph, you've not trusted him.
Oh, no, sir. Sly. Sly is a gentleman. Good, honest Thomas, said I. One must always say honest to one's advantage.
Then you may not say it at all.
Aye. Sir, why don't you, as Ensign Beverly, not elope with Miss Lydia at once?
I love her back, but we absolutes are practical lovers.
Oh! 'Tis your good friend. Honest, Bob Akers.
Did we say honest?
Oh, there you are, Jack. Noble captain, dear friend. Whew. Warm work on the roads, odds whips and wheels. I've traveled like a comet, only to learn that I have been given my discharge by Miss Lydia Langridge. A certain Ensign Beverly leads the field, odd snakes and grass. I am no longer suitor.
Terrible news, Bob, terrible news. Don't know the lady myself. Have you heard about the latest fashion in wigs?
I must find this Ensign Beverly. Odds triggers and flints. A shot or two to teach him who I am.
Oh, damn.
Oh, no, Jack, not damn. No color to it. No meaning, no style.
Ah, yes, I've observed you got a new kind of an odd way of swearing.
You did notice then. Genteel, isn't it? Invented it myself. Soon, the Ensign Beverly shall hear of
Ensign
vituperate...
Beverly! Tell me about your invention.
Tell you about it? Sir, I'll do you one better. I'll make a convert of you. My invention has taken me a long time, but it will make me a famous man. People will stop and say, look, look, there goes the great Bob Akers, inventor of sentimental swearing. Oh, odds renown. Oh, Jack. It was ever my endeavor, my malevolence be clever, so I flex my expletives when I converse. Since I find it makes more sense if my hosts make reference to the object or offense I wish to curse. Looky how it works.
shave, barber, you have shaved, and start to chat and knit your chin, you cry on straws. The meat the butcher gave you is thick with fat, but sliced too thin, you cry on swamps. In church the sermon's ramblings, in talking rank, let fly a raucous ox gods. You have no luck while gambling, you play roulette and get deeply in debt. What dares you lose, bet after bet, you sit and choose one after that, then you finally squat. Odds, oh, that's a good one. Oh, must make a note of it. Put in the day.
Oh, hellishly fine.
Oh, not hellishly, Jack. Odds act. Now, you try it.
You think I dare?
Oh, do. With a dagger at your ribs, you'd shriek.
Odds spunky.
Oh. If her accent was a terror, what?
Odds switch.
To Uncle Strange and Aunt Unique?
Odds odd kid.
Oh. If you've made a social error.
Odds belch. Oh no.
Odds, yes! Raise your voice because it's essential. Let your choice be referential. For it's not how loud you shout, but what you say. Soon the code you kind of curse the road to be so universal that no gentleman of sense occurs in any other way. If the glass of gin you're swilling on your waistcoat keeps on spilling.
Why, it's simple. I just yell odds Jack and Jack. I'm getting it.
You refuse to pay 1 shilling, so the lady proves unwilling.
Odds. Oh, just spit in your own pipe.
Oh, come on, Jack, don't stop now. You're just getting the hang of it. Why, you'll be my first disciple. The opera that you're skipping, you won't attend, you spurn the clank and wine.
Odds screech.
You feel your bridges ripping. Don't try to bend or turn your back, reply.
Odds screech.
The master my intentions, he led the way. Let's give a great odds hooray! Inventor of invention is here to stay now. Get some family get all those sounds you can.
You can.
Granted,
Hands out.
it's just a fact.
Right and passe.
And so I am quite glad to say goodbye to Dam. Just have finally had their day.
Someone below the goddess to see you, Captain.
Oh, damn. Sorry, Bob. Gentlemen, I trust.
No, sir. Your father.
You puppy, why didn't you say so directly?
Well, I must be off to hunt up this ensign Beverly. Tally-ho!
Good hunting, Bob. 'Twill be a difficult search, odds friends and fools. Oh, Lord, it's catching. Good to see you, sir. And how is your gout?
Well, Jack, to business. Sensible that the income from your commission and what I have hitherto allowed you is but a pittance for a lad of your spirit, I have resolved to fix upon you a noble independence. What say you to being master of a large estate in a few weeks?
Sir, your kindness overpowers. You are very good. I cannot express my sense of your munificence. Would you wish me to quit the Navy?
Ah, that shall be as your wife chooses.
My wife. A wife, sir, did you say?
Ah, yes, a wife. Did I not mention her?
Not a word, sir.
Ah, well, I mustn't forget her, though. Yes, the fortune comes saddled with a wife, but that should make no difference.
Sir, you spoke of fortune and independence, but not a word of a wife. No difference.
What possible difference? Harkye, Jack. If you want the estate, you'll take the livestock on it.
Sure, sir, this is not very reasonable to ask my affections for a lady I've never met.
'Tis more objectionable of you. Unreasonable, rather, than for you to object to a lady you have never met.
Then, sir, I must tell you plainly that my inclinations are fixed on another. My heart is engaged to an angel.
Then let your heart excuse itself. It is very sorry, but business prevents its waiting on her.
But we have exchanged vows.
Then you'll keep her vow. That angel will keep your vow. That way there's no loss on either side.
Sir, you must forgive me if I tell you on this point I cannot obey you.
Harkye, Jack. I am a quiet and moderate man, but take care. I am compliance itself when not thwarted. No one is more easily led when I get my own way, but don't put me in a frenzy.
Sir, I regret in this I can't...
Damn me if ever I call you Jack again while I live.
Hear me.
Not one word, sir, I will not hear one word. But give me your agreement by a nod, and I'll tell you what, Jack. I mean, you dog.
Promise to link myself to some mass of ugliness to...
The lady shall be as ugly as I choose. She shall have a hump on each shoulder. She shall be as crooked as a crescent. Her one eye shall roll like a die. She shall have skin like a mummy and a beard to her knees. She shall be all this, and I will make you ogle her all day and sit up all night to write sonnets on her beauty.
Sir, I know my duty.
None of your violence now, none of your passion. If you can't be quiet and moderate like me, it won't do.
I was never cooler in my life.
So you will fly out in a perfect rage? Can't you be cool? You reply upon the mildness of my temper. You play upon the meekness of my disposition, but take care the patience of a saint may yet be overcome. Mark, I give you 6 hours and a quarter to consider this proposal. If you then agree without any condition to do anything on earth I propose, I may in time forgive you. If not, zounds, don't enter the same hemisphere as me. Don't dare to breathe the same air or use the same light. Get an atmosphere and a sun of your own. I'll strip you of your commission. I'll lodge a 6-penny piece in the hands of trustees and you'll live on the interest. I'll unget you. I'll disown you, and damn me if ever I call you Jack again.
He is... annoyed. I'm glad my father is such a quiet and moderate man, but such bad company. I should consider dropping his acquaintance. What preposterous situations we endure for love. A choice between a rich hag and a lovely, warm, wealthy, dazzling nincompoop. She's admired in poverty, having never seen any. Give me one single good reason why I should love her. No, give me no reason. Whatever it is, it would fade someday. No assurance at all no reason is assurance at all of love everlasting. But she is such a little dunce. I love a fool, and though that's true, loving a fool is nothing. Fools have been loved since time began, since some great older fit to the first foolish man. For a man who's in love is never wise. She smiles at him, his reason flies. I love a fool, and I'm glad I do. For fool that she is, she foolishly loves me too. Love is such hideous anguish, and here's the most horrible part. I love this lady of anguish, but the lady is not very smart. She has such sweet and simple gentility, combined with a kind of refined imbecility. But what am I to do? I love a fool, and though that's true, loving a fool is nothing. Fools have been loved since time.
her to, unless he really has been unfaithful. Oh, never here's a Dalton and Ninny and nothing near as intelligent enough for a girl of my education. Oh, I never want to see Ensign Beverly's silly face again, and why doesn't he come?
But why so ill, ma'am?
Oh, Lucy, all is up. My aunt has intercepted a note from Ensign Beverly.
Indeed, Miss Lydia. Why, she herself has fallen in love with a red-headed baron from Kilkenny, Sir Lucius O'Trigger.
Why matters that to me?
Surely she'll be more lenient of her own niece.
Obviously, quite the contrary. Since she's discovered her own frailty, she's become more suspicious of mine.
Oh, don't pie, man. I'm sure your ensign will understand.
Oh, you simpleton! He will not! You know we quarrelled and have not seen each other since to make it up. I shall be kept from him, and he will think my heart has grown cold. Oh, Lucy, it was only my intention to have teased him for 3 days and a half. And now I've lost him forever. Oh, Lucy, I shall read myself into a swoon and expire in a literary trance. What books have you brought me?
Well, miss, that being for gentlefolk, the library is a very small one.
Could you not get the Duchess's delicate dilemma?
No.
Did you inquire after an innocent adultery?
Yes, ma'am, and could have had it, but Lady Slaplounger returned it with certain passages underlined and circled.
Oh, my goodness, yes, and dog-eared and thumb-marked too, I'm sure. Well, Will, what have you brought me?
Well, ma'am, this is a proper chaperone, this Tears of Sensibility, this Memoirs of a Lady of Quality, this, Fordyce's Sermon, and this A Gentleman of Leisure.
Oh, hold, someone's coming. Quick, put a gentleman of leisure and a lady of quality here on the sofa.
Together, ma'am.
Oh, very well, put a proper chaperone with some too. Give me Sensibility and leave Fordyce's Sermons open on the table.
Oh, ma'am, it's been torn away all the way up to Chastity.
Oh, very well, leave it open at Debauchery.
There's Anthony. There sits a deliberately stubborn and refractory girl who chooses to lavish herself with penitence and not worth a shilling.
I think you yourself, madam, have something to share.
You think, miss? I don't know any business you need to think at all. Thought does not become a young woman. But this point we demand of you is that you promise to forget this fellow, to alliterate him, I say, quite from your memory.
Madam, it is not so easy to forget.
There is nothing so easy if a person chooses to set about it. I'm sure I've quite forgotten your poor dear dead uncle as if he never existed.
Why, sure, she won't pretend to remember what she's ordered not to. Aye, this comes of her reading.
You promise to do as you bid, miss, and take a husband of your friend's choosing?
I would rather wed that idiot Bob Akers. I must tell you plainly, madam, had I no preference for someone else, your choice would be my aversion. Resign yourself on't, I shall wed Beverly, though he be but an ensign and not an Irish baron.
Am I found out? Take yourself to your room. You are as stubborn as an allegory on the banks of an isle.
Oh, I am, madam.
That's an absolute hussy for you.
It is not to be wondered at, ma'am. All this is a natural consequence of teaching girls to read. Had I 1,000 daughters, I'd never even teach them the alphabet.
Fair, Sir Anthony, surely you speak flimsily.
Madam, on my way hither, I observed your niece's maid coming forth from the library with a book in each hand. From that moment I should have guessed how full of duty I should see her mistress. Madam, a library is a damned evergreen tree full of diabolical knowledge. Why, reading means education, and madam, the educated woman is the bane of society.
Likewise, Sir Anthony, you're a misanthropoid.
Madam, I hold with women simple. In all moderation, what would you have a woman know?
Words, sir, words. I myself am a mother of my own teaching, having sometimes been called the worthiest woman in England. I ask the same of Lydia as I do of all the other girls I've ever had under my mucilage. Each female creature, mighty, develops delicate, dainty, shapely speech, and a verbal charm as lyric as you've ever known. For a more than ordinary, glory and vocabulary. their praise and her seductive mood. She probably had her when they're never contraceptive to a well-turned breeze. And the with the gentleman, the little dear is quite alone. She works her little lexicon right to the bone. Next, but she's quite unaware as she chooses her words with scrupulous care.
Unspeakable!
Each female creature might teach develops delicate, dainty, shapely speech and the skill to be illicit when she's grown full-blown for a more than ordinary, glorious vocabulary is a very, very necessary
Wax! I must have wax!
a very necessary thing to own.
I'm trying to remember a prior appointment.
Her adjectives are very fine. The only thing she ever will define the being a dangling proposition to a girl of mine. And to use a double negative to slip his slumber so that no girl of mine is yet to say no twice in a row. Why, she is exactly like me, and I never use words immaculately.
Madam!
Each female creature might develop delicate, dainty, shapely speech, but to lead a life of syntax, she is always prone for a more than ordinary, glorious vocabulary is a very, very necessary thing.
God's teeth, madam, I'll hear no more. What you say, or rather what you mean, no matter. You modern women are too difficult altogether. Harkye, madam. Women simple, now women fair, but women simple are damnably rare. They're fed full of education, a bed full of complication, till seduction isn't worth the wear and the tear. But simple are women fair, but simple are damnably rare. They're fed full of education, a bed full of complication, till seduction
Necessary thing.
and tear. Come, madam, we'll dispute the point no further. As to my proposal, firstly, who is this Bob Acres?
I have no contract with Mr. Akers, and since Lydia is so set against him, I'm sure your son will have more success. We have never seen your son, Sir Anthony. I trust there'll be no objectivity from him.
Jack, I mean, that whelp knows that the least demure puts me in a frenzy.
Very well, Sir Anthony. I shall consider your son, Jack, Lydia's most eligible suitor.
Well, take it from me, Mrs. Malaprop. If the girl rejects this proposal, clap her under lock and key. Let the servants forget to bring her dinner 3 or 4 days. You can't conceive how she'll come about.
I should like to do nothing better, while Lydia has somehow discovered my cordiality for Sir Lucius O'Trigger, judging from remarks she made about the Baron, unless, of course, it was mere quintessence, surely. Lucy!
Yes, ma'am.
Lucy, did you see Sir Lucius while you were out?
No, ma'am, not a glimpse.
Are you sure, Lucy, that you did not mention?
Oh, Gemini, I'd sooner cut my tongue out.
Well, don't let your simplicity be imposed on.
No, ma'am.
Well, here's another letter for Sir Lucius. And mind you, Lucy, never you betray what you have been encrusted with. Unless, of course, it's other people's secrets to me. Being a simpleton is no excuse for treachery.
No, ma'am. My poor overworked simplicity. £70 you've made this week. Treasury indeed. You know, at these prices, considering the work for the money, seduction isn't worth the wear and tear. I wait here for this new one. I've not laid eyes on, but he gets no crack at my mistress until he pays my toll.
Ah, Lucy, my girl, Any news from my Delilah? Thank you. Dear Sir Lucius, the delicacy of a woman's commotion may cause her to act upon her pulse. Oh, faith, she's quite the queen of the dictionary.
Oh, yes, sir, a lady of her experience.
At 19,
From reading, sir, she will read quite offhand.
I wonder what she reads that makes her write this way. There are dozens of words entrapped in this letter that would be released by any court in Ireland. Oh, but I shall imprison them in my heart.
You're very nice, Sir Lucius, but are you also generous?
If I were, I wouldn't have to be so nice. Here, in lieu of payment, oh, you do that remarkably well, girl. Are you certain you're not Irish? Ooh.
Sorry to have him minding the shop, aren't you, Lucy girl? Oh, but he is quite the specimen of a noble Irish male. Could I? Might I? Mightn't he? No.
Counting your money, Lucy.
Oh, Gemini and St. Beverly, you startled me.
If you please, Lucy, a little less simplicity. Any message for this banished sufferer?
Sad news, Ensign. A more worthy opponent than Mr. Acre, Sir Anthony Absolute proposes his son.
Sir, Captain Jack Absolute.
Yes, sir.
Don't let Lydia languish.
Well, you may laugh, but 'tis so.
Oh, alas.
Oh, be not cast down, Ensign.
I'm so disconsolate. Besides, Jack Absolute is a terrible man.
You won't quarrel with him.
I'll try to control my temper.
I bid you, Ensign. Keep up your spirits.
I will. Here comes my father. Now to play the prodigal.
Obstinate, passionate, self-willed boy, who can he take after? But have done with him, I'll never call him Jack again. Never.
Kind father.
Fellow, get out of my way.
But, sir, you see a penitent before you.
What's that, you whelp?
Sir, I come to acknowledge the error of my ways and submit entirely to your will.
Why, it speaks sense. Absolute sense. Why, I've never heard anything more sensible in my life. Drat you shall be Jack again.
Oh, joy, I delight in the appellation.
Joy indeed. Prepare, Jack, for wonderful news that only your passion and your violence prevented my telling you before. Prepare for wonder and rapture. Prepare. The lady I spoke of is the lovely Lydia Languish.
Best not overdo this. Languish, oh, the Languishes from Worcestershire.
Confound it. Recall you not Mrs. Malaprop and her niece.
Malaprop? Languish? Something comes to mind. Wait, yes. She squints, a little bow-legged girl.
Squint? Bow-legged? Damn it, no, Jack! What say you to blooming, love-breathing 19?
As to that, sir, I am quite indifferent. To please you in the matter is all I desire.
Nay, Jack, for my son, the finest, the loveliest, the most exquisite. Oh, Jack, her neck, her skin, her face, her arrogant lips, and impudent nose, for the lady was made to be loved. Cheeks that should blush at what her eyes propose, for the lady was made to be loved.
The niece of the aunt.
Tender the smile that could daze the beholder, blind him with blazing charm. Splendor and style in the shape of the shoulder, meant to be held in your arms. Elegant ankle, eloquent thigh, for the lady was made to be loved. Watch us so winsomely, idly go by, promising bliss with each negligent sigh. Gaze at all this, you're sure to know why the lady was made to be loved.
Very well, but only to please you, sir.
You unfeeling, insensible block! Why, at your Make me fly like a rocket. I wouldn't touch anything old or ugly to gain an empire.
Not to please your father, sir.
No, not to please my father. So, yes. If my father had desire, 'twere another matter altogether. What a phlegmatic clod it is. Egad, I've a mind to marry the girl myself. Come along, boy, and make your proposal to Miss Languish.
Rapturous beauty indeed. Well done, old gentleman. Arrogant lips, huh? Impudent nose. Oh, the lady was made to be loved. Cheeks that should blush at what her eyes propose. Oh, the lady was made to be loved. Tender the smile that can daze the beholder, blinded with blazing charms. Splendor in style to the shape of a shoulder, meant to be held in your arms. Elegant ankle, eloquent thigh, for the lady was made to be loved. Watch her so listen, kindly go by, promising bliss with each negligent sigh. Gaze at all this, you're sure to know why the lady was made to be loved. But is it convenient for me to appear as Captain Absolute so soon? I shall partake a while at the good waters. My father will never look for me there. I'm the first bathing generation of the Absolutes.
Oh, Ensign Beverly.
Ensign Beverly? Ensign, which one, darling? Which one? Oh, hello, Jack.
Ensign Jack!
Jack, you clock!
Captain Plus!
Side, you son of Harry! Come back here, you dog!
Ensign Beverly!
Sir Anthony, a challenge! Give me a challenge!
Make your mouth so.
Foe! I miss Sir Anthony. Did you catch your man?
Ensign Beverly!
Mind, I ask you no names, particularly not the ladies. In any case, the gentleman must account if he has supplanted you unfairly.
Well, surely you don't think he could have done it fairly?
Not in an aeon. Well, you know it must be done.
Of course.
You wear no weapon, but you understand me.
What, fight him?
What but?
But he has given me no provocation.
No provocation? To fall in love with the same woman is the most unpardonable breach of friendship.
What friendship? I know nothing of the man save his name.
No argument, sir. In that case, he has even less of a right to do so.
God, that's true. I grow full of anger. I wax with valor. But couldn't I contrive to have a bit of the right on my side?
What the devil signifies the right where your honor's at stake?
My honor, eh?
Do you think Achilles or Alexander the Great ever inquired where the right lay? Foe! They just drew their swords and let the loser's relatives squat justice. Why in Kilkenny, in the O'Trigger ancestral mansion, Blunderbuss Hall is a gathering of my forebears, my father, my uncle, my nephews. Each of them fought his man. Take my father. Father's friend named Mr. Lear was a famous grenadier. He trumped 3 of father's aces playing whist. So they promptly took their places, fired pistols at 5 paces. Father missed.
Well, what happened?
Mr. Lear proved to be a pistol duelist, quite skilled.
But your father!
Oh, father, he was killed. But his honor was saved. Yes, his honor was saved. Many men spoke highly of him as they lowered him to his grave. Yet defied people might have said he wasn't brave. This way his precious honor was saved. You see that now, of course, don't you?
Of course.
Uncle Christmas lived all his life, kissing someone else's wife, and with muskets kept a husband satisfied. But just once he made a trifling error, didn't get his right wing clean inside.
Oh, what happened?
Uncle fired, what transpired, it is sort of hard to say.
But your uncle!
It rained Uncle half a day.
Oh!
But his honor was safe, yes, his honor was safe, and his fame was spread by all as they collected him for his grave. If he hadn't fought, well, we'd have thought him socially depraved. This way his precious, precious honor was saved. But naturally, I needn't tell you that.
Oh, naturally, oh.
My two nephews chose to fight over which had better sight, although neither one could see, and that's a fact. So they fought it up with sabers, watched my other kin and neighbors as they hacked.
Oh, what happened?
Blind as bats they were, so that's why what was closest they attacked.
And
The majority of dying were beyond identifying, but next day they buried mother, several pieces of my brother, sundry nieces, and a cousin, and about a baker's dozen odd spectators, friends, and other relatives.
what's your nephews?
Oh, one finally died at 90, and the other one still lives.
Ha!
And their
Honor was saved!
yes, their honor was saved. So next day they bought the family one beautiful king-size grave, and until doomsday the tombstone they had suitably engraved will proudly say their precious honor was saved.
Trans-Siberian heroics! The thunder of your words has quite soured the milk of human kindness within my breast. I will challenge this Beverly directly. I am consumed with fury. It's, as the man in the play says, I could do such deeds.
Come, no passion. These things must be done civilly.
Oh, I must be in a passion, Sir Lucius. Let me be in a rage if you love me. Oh. I wish this ink were red. I'll begin with an oath. Something drastic. Something colorful? A dam, perhaps?
Come, do the thing with Christian decency. Begin, sir.
Well, that's positively an unchristian amount of decency. Very well. Sir, C-U-R...
To prevent the confusion that might arise from us both addressing the same lady,
Aye, there's the reason. Same lady, we...
I
I...
request the pleasure of your company
I'm not asking him to dinner.
to settle our pretensions after dinner at Kingsmead Field.
There, 'tis done. I'll just put a bloody dagger below my signature.
I'll leave you to it, Mr. Akers.
Ah!
Remember, Mr. Akers, kill your man in a mild yet agreeable fashion, for your honor's sake.
What's the matter, Bob?
Oh, Jack! The coward would not think to challenge. Fortunately, I have the valor of St. George and the dragon to boot. There.
To Ensign Beverly. What nonsense. Now, why, you won't fight him, will you, Bob?
My honor demands. I must be careful of my honor.
Well, in return, couldn't your honor be more careful of you?
Looky, I can't disgrace my ancestors.
And I hope you won't join them either.
You don't think there's any danger, do you?
Well, in this case, no. But I'll see this Ensign Beverly get your challenge.
Well, perhaps that's too much to...
Oh, not in the least.
Well, could you be my second, Jack?
Well, that might be rather difficult, Bob. But you'll have my moral support, believe me.
Aye, well, if he should ask what sort of fellow I am, tell him I'm a devil of a fellow.
I will. I'll say you're a determined dog. Hey, Bob?
Aye. And if that frightens him, egad, perhaps he won't come. So tell him I generally kill a man a week.
I will, verbatim. I'll say in the country you are called Fighting Bob.
Ha, right. I shouldn't have to take his life if I can take care of my honor.
Oh no, I say that's very kind of you.
Well, you don't want me to kill him.
No, upon my soul, I don't. But you're a devil of a fellow, hey?
Aye, but wait. Tell him that you've never seen me in such a rage before. A devouring rage.
I will.
Here you are, coward! Whippersnapper! Run away, will you? Poltroon!
Remember, Bob, fighting Jack, fighting Bob, a determined dog.
Hey, kills a man a week! We'll even indict it on your epitaph. Fighting Bob!
Fighting Bob. Epitaph?
Is this your cut, Sir Anthony?
It is a stupid and unworthy stick, but it is mine, and it has just made a fool of its own noble father, blast it.
I take it you don't hold these contemporary scandalous ways, Sir Anthony.
I, sir, gadzooks, I do not. Why, these are desperate times. No respect for age, women reading, and a general despicable trend towards thinking. Thinking's impolite. It's what puts us in this plight. Each day you hear another foolish thing. Why some idiot named wants to common teapot. Now he claims a carriage can be drawn by steam. It won't do. What is England coming to? You can't whip steam like you can rip a team of rails. For if it's old, it is proper. If it's new, it is bad. If it's ancient, it is fashion. If it's modern, it's a fad. If it's time worn, it's tradition.